Hey everybody, hope you all having a good week so far. Had a good weekend. I really did. It was an exciting weekend. So we just had the weekly close. We have not closed the 2 week yet. We'll look at that though. This closes next week. But however, see it didn't really cross to the downside, confirm across. So we are still crossed up. So hopefully that'll close to the upside by next Sunday. So that's kind of what we'll be waiting for. Weekly actually looks really, really good this week. So you've got a cross to the upside on the stochastic, and then you've got a bullish engulfing candle. And it's actually did close above this support. So there's a good chance that this actually runs up back up to about 18.3 or so. And then possibly the 3-day could hit this moving average. So we've also got a cross to the upside here, and this closes. It's already closed to the upside, but we've got tomorrow whenever this actually closes. So I would expect us to actually get back up to this line either, and this should be the push that we do it. So if we can break through this and we can close above it, maybe 2 candle closes above it, we should go for a higher run. Now we had 1 candle close right here, and then we had the FTX exchange that happened. So maybe it's 2 closes. Let's just stay safe with that. Looking at other indicators, so you got stochastic. Let's look at the hash ribbons real quick. Yeah, those still aren't blue. And then this is still not for the weekly. So nothing really going on there. RSI. Yeah, RSI still looks good. Bullish divergence. Hang on one second. Okay. Sorry, I had a phone call. Yeah, so bullish divergence. It looks like this is actually going to play out here based on this candle, and then just kind of how things closed on smaller time frames. And the daily looks like we're probably going to pass through the 0 line. So every time we pass through the 0 line, we have a pretty good sized run. The only concern right here is this right here. However, we can stay up there for a while. So for example, we stayed up here for like 2 weeks or something like that. So hang on one second. I'm gonna have to answer this. I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, mate? Hey. Yeah. Who said that? What? What? Is it like Cason's next door neighbor? Is it Cason's next door neighbor? Yes, Cason's next door neighbor. Are you coming back to the house? No. I'm calling somebody. You're what? Are you? Is Cason the one that lives by the entrance? Hey, you need to come back and see the car. You need to come back, okay? We gotta go get some food. Ada, come back right now, okay? Come back right now. See you in a little bit, okay? Okay. Bye, buddy. I'll see you in a minute. All right, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so the MACD here looks like it's passing the 0 line. And then, yeah, the RSI still has some room to the upside. So, yeah, it's finally starting to look better. Last week's close was kind of wishy-washy, but this kind of does look good. So let's see what happens in the next week. I really like this bullish engulfing candle that we've seen. We had this hammer candle here, and then we just looked like we just got pressed down here, pinched a little bit, and then it's just kind of consolidating, but the pressure looks like it's building more to the upside here. So hopefully we can get out of this pattern and then clear that moving average here. I mean, that's really, really important. We can look at that again and see how important that line actually is. Through Bitcoin's history. So every time we've broken down, it's been a problem. We break up and close a couple candles. It's been a good sign that we're going to go to a run. Close below it, 2 candles, it's a problem, and it becomes resistance, 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 and then hopefully it's not resistance this time. But even over here, broke above it. We stayed above it for a really long time. This was just a weird situation here, but it went up still a little bit. And then a little bit weird situation there too. But for the most part, we break above it, and then we just continue to the upside. Hey, bud, I'm doing a video. So yeah, let's see what the next week brings. I still expect us to just consolidate sideways, really. I mean, like, we might go up a little bit here and then kind of just forming some kind of bottom here. There is, a chance that we go up and then we consolidate like this. There's a lot of different things that can happen, and I'm not interested in pulling off anything until I see 5 legs to the upside. And then this next bull cycle will probably just get out of the market and be done with at least altcoins for a while. Maybe just buy Bitcoin and just go that route. Maybe some altcoins, but I won't be paying quite as much of attention to it. But I do plan to get out of this market. And every cycle has 5 legs to the upside. So if this was the bottom, that means we're going to start some sort of wave 1, and then 2, and then 3 is a bigger wave. 4, and then 5 resembles 1 somewhat. It could be shorter, could be bigger. For the most part, it's always been bigger, except this one right here. So we've got to watch out for that. When it comes to altcoins, I think ADA actually moved a little bit. We can take a look at ADA again. There's a couple resistance levels that I'm looking at on ADA. I'd really like to pick up more ADA, and I almost bought some ICP the other day, but we'll take a look at ADA and ICP. Let's go ICP first. Yeah, so ICP looks pretty good here. You've got Let's look at these indicators. So that's probably going to close positive, most likely. And it looks like we've broken out. So it looks like we've broken out, confirmed a breakout here on ICP. You could use these top wicks here, and then it's just very close. But I would say ICP is broken out. So let's see if we actually start to run up. There's, you've got the RSI here, but it's not really, it's still pretty new. And then the MACD is still pretty new on the weekly. And then this here doesn't really make too much sense. So that's pretty new on the 2 week as well. Monthly is going to be the same. Like there's nothing there. Daily looks pretty good. Looks like we're going to pass through the zero line as well, probably following BTC. And it looks like, so what I've noticed on some of these altcoins, so if you have these sell-off candles right on top of some kind of resistance line, it's like the sellers are trying to push the price down, but they're unsuccessful. So you normally see like a pop shortly after that, at least what I've seen in the past. And then MACD volume's kind of picking up here. So if Bitcoin goes up, I'm sure this is probably going to run too. But yeah, I mean, it looks like we've broken out of this long downward trend. And remember, guys, it's at a $1 billion market cap. This had like a $60 billion market cap at one time. So a lot of the times you see a coin go back to its all-time high. 60 billion is pretty high up there that's like an 80x. So I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen with ICP. However, I bet you could probably see $100 or so on ICP, 20x, maybe a little bit higher than that. It's 2,500%. So maybe coming back to tagging this $100 range. We'll just have to look at the 5 waves to the upside. So that's 2,000% from where it's at now. If you bought in at $40, that's 100%. If you're buying on the way down, hopefully DCA down to like $20 or something like that. So that's still like 400%. So that's not bad. Just got to wait and be patient. I don't think ICP is going away. They're still creating stuff, innovating, and I still think ICP can be a huge winner. But $4, still buying ICP, I think is a fine idea. All right, so ADA. Actually, look at the BTC chart and see what that's doing. I was doing stuff for my TikTok, crypto TikTok, and that was the inverse head and shoulders that I was talking about years ago before this big run. Yeah, not too much. I mean, it looks pretty good. You got the stochastic there going up. Let's look at the 2 week here. Once this 2 week passes through this 20 line, it's a pretty good sign. So we can look at that again. I really just like using the USD pairs mainly. Oh shit. So that's going to be the 2 week cross, but that closes in a week. But it does look pretty good. We just got to get out of this pattern. This pattern is we've been in this downward channel for a really long time. Same with ICP. So we just got to get out of this channel. Otherwise, we're just going to keep getting rejected all the way down. So, but good thing is we've got a massive candle for the 2 week here. Weekly closed bullish, engulfing 2 complete candles, and then you've got a pass through here. All of that looks good too. Yeah, so it actually looks pretty good currently. 30 cents. What did it get down to? 25. So yeah, I mean, just still accumulating ADA, I think is a great plan. And then staking it and just waiting. Still have all my ADA staked. I'm not doing anything else with it. So just gonna wait. Once things bottom, and we might not have a bottom that looks like this. We could have like a V-shaped bottom. So we might not double bottom. We might just have, a run up and then, some kind of consolidation for a little while, and then doing some Adam and Eve bottom, and then start to actually trend to the upside. That's what I'm really hoping for. So we can actually be up from what we've been adding to instead of being down again later on down the line. So just have to wait and see on that. But just remember, from the bottom here to the top was 2.5 years. So this would be, if that's the bottom here, it'd be 2.5 years, which would be mid-year 2025. Then it could be up to December 2025 by the time we have a next cycle peak. We still should see 5 waves to the upside on ADA. Again, we've got to watch out for Bitcoin. So, for example, we had wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. And then we had our correction, and then now we should see another 5 waves to the upside as long as there's no issues with the protocol. And ADA retraced about 92%. And then over here it retraced 97 to 98%. So that seems about right. Sorry guys, I've got a Zoom meeting. I'm going to post the link for the Zoom meeting tomorrow. There's nothing really else to cover other than that. Actually, let's look at Litecoin real quick. See what LTC is doing here. So we could be in wave 3 currently. I don't really like this moving average. This weekly moving average, it's not really very reliable if you look at everything. It's good that we're above it, I would say that, but it hasn't been super reliable. So, for example, we closed below it, closed above it, we still went down, closed above it here, and then we went up, but it's just not super reliable. We did get some close above some support here, which is great, plus that moving average, which is also great. So I do think that this is going to move up here towards May, and I think I'm going to pull off some of my Litecoin around that time that I've been buying down here, even at $100. It just kind of depends on where the price goes. I just don't want to. I don't want to see this and then not pull profits and then go back to the beginning again. Like if that happens again, and maybe it does actually break higher, but I could re-add some Litecoin down the line. But I do want to pull off some kind of money on Litecoin. But yeah, that looks good on the weekly. Five-day pass through there, the zero line. 3-day looks like it's going to get across, and 3-day looks good. And then 1 day we pass back through the zero line. So Litecoin could make another move, and there's probably going to be big volatile drops um, before May. But this is the actual halving in July. And May, somewhere in May, is probably where we want to pull off those profits. But we'll get to that whenever the time comes. I'm not going to pull anything off until then, and I just want to see where the price ends up going. All right, guys. So Zoom meeting tomorrow, and that's all I've got for today.